We'll start our session. Good afternoon to all. So last time we have seen started one new unit and we've seen the various concepts. I mean, from NC to CNC, how it changes and what are the difference and advantages between the NC and CNC machines. So last time we have stopped over here. That is programming C letters, which will be used for programming manual part programming. So okay, so there are basically two codes are used to generate or to write your part programming, that is manual program. That is, first one is a preparatory code and second one is a miscellaneous codes. So preparatory codes uses G codes and G codes that initialize your machining setup and establishing operating conditions with respect to X, Y, and Z. These codes are there, and miscellaneous codes are there, which controls the machine machine movements, coolant on and off, and other activities of related to machine. And this is related to the operating condition. Okay, G codes. Then another N codes are there. That is nothing but the series or the line number of that particular block, which is to be executed by machine control unit. Okay. Then axis codes are, you know, it X, Y, and Z. In some CNC, they will use UVW or IJK. Okay. So instead of X, Y, and Z. So in turning center, they use U, V, and W for that also. And for speed, feed and speed, F for feed, and for speed, S is used. And for tool, you have to suppose tool number you have to give, then you have to use T. Okay. Next. So what are these? These are the means letters which are used in the block of your programming. So one block means the conditions you are giving to your machine control units. So O is for program number. So suppose FANUC controls. This FANUC controls means what? The manufacturer, OEM of FANUC. Siemens controls, they use has percentage symbol to give the program number. Then hash is there, hash use that they use hash, or sometimes they use only number to give your programming number. So this will help you to retrieve your program. Just you use as a save as or save file. You use your any name for your file. That is in FANUC control. O is used. Suppose O1234. That program to be open, I will type O1234, so it will give you of that program. So O is used for giving the program number to your the G code, M codes programming, manual part programming. Then N is, as I explained, it is for the sequence number. So why to give this N? Because N series, suppose you have to make any edit in your profile, or you have to make some changes in your profile. Use this sequence number. Suppose I am using N10, then N20 for the second block, N30 for the third block. Then I have total 9 or 10 sequence number, so that I can input L13, 14, 15. So I can edit at any time and change some or input some program blocks into that. So this N is used for the sequence number for the identification of for the MCU. Then G is, that is a preparatory function, G codes, X, Y, explain. If there is a contour is there or radius is there, then R is used. Feed, F for feed, F is used for spindle speed designation, S. And H is used for tool length offset. So sometimes it is called as tool length offset or a compensation. So there will be length height compensations is given for starting your programming. Okay, so I will explain this. What is use of this h or tool length offset. Then D is used for tool radius offsets. So tool radius compensation is for that purpose D is used. Then T is used for tool designation and M for business functions of machine. So I will explain first this why what is this H is used for, what is D is used for, what is tool compensation for. Suppose you have a number of tools have one tool is of length 75, another tool is of 100, then another is of 25. Okay, so there are different tools, and if you use this first tool, suppose this is my first tool, this is my second tool, this is my third tool. Okay, so inbuilt cutter is there, and for workpiece 0, that is when I give the reference to the machine that at suppose this is the workpiece to be machine, and I will use X, Y, and Z 0 of this 75. This is of 75 length, this is of 100 length, and this is of 25 length. Okay, so 75 length, I use 75 tool to get the 0 position. That is, here you get X0, this Y0, this is Y, this is X, and this is your Z axis. So at this point, all the coordinates are 0, and for the this 75 length. Okay, so I complete one operation by using this tool. Then for the second tool, that is of 100, so you have to give the in the previously in this tool you have to select minus 25 height compensation. That is this in this this h minus 25. So it will take minus 25, and in control unit. So this can be compensated. This height of this second number tool is compensated. And if I use this 25 number, then I will add 50 plus 50. So this will be 50 mm and this will be minus 25 mm. So it can be compensated. So this is called as height compensation. Then the second one is this D is used for tool radius compensation. So for this purpose, suppose tool is of 10. One first number tool is of diameter 10, then second one is diameter 20, and this is of diameter 30. Then at that time, if you want to create a contour, and you have only this, suppose you have only this one number tool is available, and you have to make a contour of 100, then this 75 can be used to create this contour by giving the this radius compensation. Okay, but you have to means if this radius is less than the tool radius, then it will be not possible. Smaller diameter tools can be used for larger radius, but larger radius tools cannot be used for smaller radius. Okay, obviously. Then, so these are the use of this H and D. Then we'll see one by one what are these G codes and what is the purpose of this G codes. The first one is a rapid transverse. That for that purpose G00 is used. G00 is used. Okay, I will rub this. Okay. G00 is used for rapid transfer for traverse. So traverse. Okay. So what is use of this code? When I use this code G00 in my programming block, then the tool will move rapidly by giving. You have to give the feed also. Suppose the tool is over here. The tool is over here, and there is no machining operation required. There is no machining. So I have to bring this tool from this position to this position. Hmm. So I will give G00, and then uh, y direction, hmm, x direction, y direction, x direction, and y direction. Suppose this is of 100 in this x direction, it is 100 in this way, 100. Y direction is also 100, and z, I have to keep the tool just above this origin point. So I will use 100, 100, and Z2. So it will just above this origin point. Okay. So it will move from this position to this position. The tool will be over here, and it moves rapidly, hmm, as per you give the feed. Okay. If you feed in 250, so this 250 means it is in mm per minute, and if it is in point 0.3, so it is in mm per revolution. So 0.3 mm in revolution and 0.5 mm in revolution. And the speed you have to do, suppose it is 1000 rpm, or if you don't require this speed also, this is optional. If you just want to move your tool from one position to another position, you require only feed, and this will be your block. Okay. Z00, x00, x100, y100, and z2. That is, I have considering that this tool is apart, 100 in x direction, 100 in y direction, and 2 mm above the surface of that origin point. Okay. So that is the use of G00. So that will save your uh, because it does not require any uh, or any cutting operation is there. Okay. So at that time only you have to use this G00. There is no cutting operation. Then moving ahead with the next code, that is G01. So linear interpolation. So this will move linearly. Okay. There will be no contour or circular radius will be there if you use this G01 code. Okay. I will explain again. I will use a fresh page. Okay. Otherwise, I will use a new general file. Okay, because I require some rough work to do. Okay, now G01. Now for G01, it is used for G01 is used for linear interpolation. So the cutter will move. So in this, when you use this G01, there will be cutting operation will be happen. Okay. So at that time only you have to use this G01, but it cut in linear way. Suppose this is your workpiece. Is there? You are going to cut this workpiece at certain X, Y, and Z direction. Suppose uh, a rectangle is there. Pocketing you have to do. So this is your point number 1. This is your point number 2, 3, and 4. So it will move on the periphery of this 4 points. Okay, we will consider an example over here. So if the cutter is over here, okay, and this is your x direction, this is your y direction, and this is your z direction. Always the working direction is z. Okay, so we have to move from point number 1 to point number 2 by using this code. We will write. I will first write. You have to write n whichever the block will be n10, n20, 30. Okay, so whichever the block in the series is coming, you have to write that. Then you have to write G01, that is linear interpolation. So it is moving in y direction. Okay, so in that, suppose it is of 50. And Z is previously given in this before this line. So Z, I will suppose it is of depth 10, so it will be minus 10 G01. So at a time it can move in two directions, that is X or Y, or X or Y. And for single, if cutting is there, you can use Z separately. Okay, so in this way it will move in y direction 50. Then it is moving, suppose it is 50 by 50 block is there, then the next, don't repeat this again, G01 in the next line. I have to move from this point number 2 to point number 3. It is again 50. Then I will use x50, and I will use n20 for the series. Okay, so in this way it will cut from this point number 2 to point number 3 with a depth of Z minus 10. So this 001 is active until you not until you have given another G code, so it will be active. So I am not, you have to not write this G01 again and again. If you write it, that is also okay, but this will be active until you have to give. Suppose there is a circular portion is there to be machine, then you use the other code for that. Okay, at that time this G01 will be deactivated and that code will be applied. Okay, so in this way 2 to 3, then again 50, for the 50 again you will use another block, that is 50. Okay, 50, and then again for x direction, so again x0 is there. Suppose this is my 0 origin, I have considered, suppose, so it will be x0 for the last programming. Again the tool will move its onto its original position. Okay, so in this way G01 code is used. The next code, G02. So G02 is circular interpolation clockwise. So the movement of that tool will be in clockwise direction. And G03 is a circular interpolation in counterclockwise, that is in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, when radius is there and you have to move that cutter in the reverse, when anti-clockwise direction, then you have to use this G03. See again with that example G02 and 03. Okay, same example we will take, but instead of linear cutting we will use a radius. So G02 and G03, what is this? Okay, so G02 is nothing but circular interpolation clockwise, and 03 is counterclockwise. This is 02, this is 03, counterclockwise. Suppose no, and it is straight, and again this is in clockwise direction. Okay, so this is your point number 1. Okay, this is point number 2, and you have to move from point number 2 to 3, and this is of radius R10. This is of radius R10, and this profile you have to complete by using these two codes. Again, you required, if it is a linear here, so you required again G01 also. Okay, this direction, that is from this will be become 1, then this will become 2 and 3. So what will be happen, we will see how to program that by using this codes. So first you have to write n series with whichever it is, suppose n02. Okay, and I first use this 1 2 3, then I will reverse this to 1 2 3 in this way. Okay, so in N02 I will use first G01, G01. Okay, so G01 to 2, suppose this is of 50 50, and this is direction in this way, X, this is Y, and this is Z. Okay, they are given some depth of that of Z direction. So they are considering only this. So Y will be there, Y50, Y50. So we will use Y50. Okay, from this one number point to two number point. Okay, when we use G01. Then for end of block, semicolon is used, or star is used, or AOB. So it means that this block has been completed. So in some program they use semicolon, then this star or EOB, end of block, is used. So it means that this block is completed. Then for the next block, I use suppose N04. N04. Now moving from 2 to 3, there will be two directions. Okay, one is the Y direction and one is the Z direction. Okay, so for that, but it is in clockwise direction. Clockwise direction. So in some cases, IJ key is also, but I'm teaching you first basic, then we will go for that IJ programming also. So 2 to 3, when we move from this point number 2 to 3 in a clockwise direction, then we have to use G02, then G02, suppose Y will change to something 55, okay, and X will some changes to suppose it is, so this point is at 55 and our X direction R will be at 10, and then you have to write out the radius R10, and then the end of block. Okay, so in this way you have complete this profile. If we move from the 3 point, this will be of 1, then 2, and this 3, then what will happen? Suppose N06, I will use instead of G02, you have to use G03 because it is in a anti-clockwise direction or counterclockwise direction. So G again, X will become 0, X will become 0, and Y will become 50, Y will become 50, and R10. Okay, so in this way, again, for last, to moving from this 2 to 3, N08, G01, again Y0, Y0. Okay, so this will complete. It will move from this point number 2 to this 3. Okay, so in this way, this circular. Then moving ahead, if you are going to work on which plane, that is XY plane, you have to use 17, G17. You have to mention that block is at XY plane. So for that purpose, you have to mention in your block that is it is of G17. Then if it is XZ plane, you are working on XZ plane, you have to use G18 at that time, and YZ plane G19. So then next is G20 and G70. So the unit you are going to, the unit, this 20 and 70. Okay, so G20 is used for inch units. So in European countries, instead of metric unit, they use inch units. So for that machine, they use this G20. Again, slash G70 is given. So in some, so in Fanuc control, G20 is used as an inch unit, but in Siemens other has control, this G70 is used as inch unit. In Fanuc, this G70 is a end of cycle, then G71 is a turning cycle and all is used instead of this. So depending upon the OEM changes, this codes also changes. Okay, so for metric unit in Fanuc G21 is used, and in Siemens G71 is used. If you are going to use a metric, dimensions are in Then this G40 is to give the cutter compensation cancel. Means the radius of the tool, as I explained before, that is we have to take the reference. Suppose one reference of the tool is taken for workpiece 0. Workpiece 0 means X, Y, and Z. At that point, X, Y, and Z are 0 with respect to the machine coordinates. With respect to the machine coordinates means that a workpiece coordinate system is there, and work coordinate system and machine coordinate MCF. So it at that point both are 0 with respect to machine coordinate system. So that compensation is given with respect to the radius of the tool, and if you want to cancel that, you have to use this G40 code. Okay, then G41 is to cutter compensation left. When the cutter is cutting from the left side of that, means outside of that tool, means workpiece, then G41 you have to use. Okay, and inside of that means pocketing is there, pocketing or any kind of counter milling is there. Then G42 code is used. G42 for the compensation. Okay. Then again, this is also if you have used smaller height tool or length tool, then you have to use G43 code. G40. Suppose you have used a tool of 25 length, and next tool you are going to use are of 50 then this G43 you have to give H plus 25. So plus 25 you have to use. So it will take the dimension all say 25 more. Okay. If it is minus, then you have to use tool length combination. And you have to if you want to cancel that, because after completing the blocks of X, Y, and Z, after completing, you have to cancel your this tool length and tool radius compensation. For that purpose, G49, and you have to compulsory use, or it will give error in the programming. Okay. Then next is a G80. G80 is nothing but a can cycle. Can cycle means suppose similar kind of to drill. You have to drill some holes that is of 10 depth, or that of same tool you are going to use. So again and again, suppose I will exit this. Okay. Suppose such kind of workpiece is there, and the number of holes you are want to go into same. Suppose this is the 10 diameter, 10 diameter, 10 diameter, 10 diameter. Number of holes are there. Then again you have to give the y direction. Then again to give z direction. Again you have to give again you have to lift that positive z. Again you have to again minus z. Again you move with y. Okay. So in this way, repetitions of blocks will be there. So instead of that, they use a can cycle. They use a can cycles. Okay, so there is a drilling cycle is there. Okay, so to cancel that cycle after completion of your programming, you have to cancel again. Just like this tool length and tool radius combination, G40 and G49 is used. In that way only, you have to use this G80 code, that is the can cycle cancel. Okay, the next one. These are the codes for G81, 82, 83. These codes are for the cycle. Suppose I have shown you the workpiece of number of holes. Then you have to use G81, and just you have to give the y direction value. So it will directly we have to see this program also. how drilling cycles are used. So CAN programming and subroutine programming and the simple part programming. So these three types of programming we are going to see in the next sessions we are going to conduct. Then next one, G82 is if a boring cycle is there, continuous borings are there, then you have to use this G82. Then G83 is used for deep hole drilling cycles. Okay, for that cycle, the hole is more or if two holes are there, then for that G83 is used. Then next G90. G90 is absolute positioning or absolute positioning, and G91 is a incremental positioning. So we will see that what is absolute positioning and what is incremental positioning. Hmm, Coming back. Okay. So first one is G90. G90 is for absolute positioning and G91 for incremental positioning. So what is difference between this absolute positioning and incremental positioning is that suppose our piece is there, okay, and this is the origin of that workpiece. This is 0, 0. Okay, we are considering only x direction. Okay, we will consider only x direction, and my tool is over here. Over here, okay? My tool is over here, and I have to move this tool from, suppose this is your A position, this is your B position, this is your C position. Okay, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, and this is of 50 mm, this is of 50 mm. The total 100 mm is there. You have to move. So first position, if I use this G90 code, then for X moment, I will take from moving from A to B, I will use X equal to 50. Okay. Then then my tool will move in this direction. Okay. This is my second position. Then again, I have to move from B to C. Then B to C, B to C. Okay. B to C. Then I will use X equal to 100. So it will take as the dimensioning from this origin point. So it is 50 plus 50, you will get 100. Yeah. If you are going for Y direction and Z direction, if you are using this G90, then your origin, it will take the dimensioning from the origin, that is for absolute position. Now, if I'm going to use this instead of this absolute positioning, if I use G91 code, that is incremental positioning, G91. Okay, and same moment I have to do with this tool. Then I will use X equal to, first will be X equal to 50. X equal to 50. Now my tool moves from this position to this position, second position, that is B. From A to B it moves. Then now this point will become its origin in case of incremental positioning. Now again, moving from B to C, it will, I will like to use again 50. So in that we are using 50 plus 50, 100. Where in case of G90, we are using this origin point, and from that we are taking the dimension. But in 91, the last position is your origin position. Okay, so this is the difference between G90 and G91. So in examination also, they have asked you write down the part programming by incremental positioning system. Then you have to use this G91 only. If specifically they have asked, your dimensioning should be, or this blocking of this X, Y, and Z direction will be in this way. That is X50. Then last position will become again your 0, 0. Then in this way. If they have not given any dimensioning or specifically to use this dimensioning, absolute positioning and all, that absolute positioning is given, then you have to use this G90. If they have not given any kind of absolute incremental positioning is not given in your question, then you can use any one of this the positioning system. Okay, so most probably G90 absolute positioning is more preferable and more easier as compared to incremental positioning. So it depends upon the programmer. Then next next one is a, you can see G90 and 91 has been completed. G92 is a reference shift, reference point shift. That is, if you want to shift your point, the G92, and from that reference point, X, Y, Z, how much it is shifted, you have to use that at that time. Okay. Then G94 is if you are using yup 250, 100, 100 or 250 mm per sorry per minute, then this rate means the unit you are going to use, inch per minute or per minute. Okay, so in that way, if you are going to use G94, the feed you have to use F equal to 100. It means that it is in per minute. If you are going to use this G95, then your unit will be 0.3 or 0.5 or 1 per revolution, and cutting will be there. Feeding will be there of your tool. Then next one is G96 and spindle feed rate for constant surface space. And if you use this G96, the spindle feed rate for the surface will be remains constant. So you can't vary this feed rate. Okay, and G97 spindle speed, so in RPM. So this is a simple one. Okay, so that is 1000 RPM, 2000 RPM, and all. And apart from this, some important codes I will explain again, that also that is not mentioned in this PPT. One is G28. G28 is used. The first is a dual G05. G05 is G04 and G05. I am not explain that. So I will explain what is the use of that. Okay. So G04. So most this in this PPT, these codes are most widely used. Means these codes are mandatory. You have to know all these codes. And apart from these codes, sometimes we require this other codes which will rarely used in the programming, but you should know that what is the use of that codes. So G04, G04 is nothing but dual. Is used for dual. Dual means suppose drilling is there. Suppose this is the workpiece and your tool is drilling is over here. So after drilling, it will stop over for a minute, right? And again, it will remove. This is for chip removal purpose. This G04 is used. Okay, and G05 is that is used for hold and delay. Okay, so this is also related to this dual. So it will stop over here. It will stop, and again it will start. The spindle will be started. Right? As per you input the value of delay and dual. Okay. Then another code which is missing over here. That are the cycles. Okay. If you are considering the Siemens control, then this cycles will be there. Siemens controls is there. So G33 is used. G33 is used for thread cutting. And in means Fanuc control, if Fanuc control machine is there, and then G71 to 75, there will be this kind of cycles. So this threading cycle, turning cycle will be there. Okay, and thread cutting in a constant lead. So first this is in a constant. If a threading is there in a constant lead, uh, in a constant pitch, this will create the thread. Then G34, same thread cutting linearly, increasing the lead. Means suppose 2 is there, 2 mm, then 3 mm, then 4 mm. Then at that time G44 is used. Sorry, G34 is used. Then G35 again thread cutting only. It is used for thread cutting. But suppose first they use 5 mm, then it will use 3 mm, then 2 mm, then 1 mm. Okay, so this goes on in this G35. Okay, G35. Then another type of codes are home positioning codes are used. That is from 54 to sorry, G28 for the home positioning, and workpiece 0 for workpiece 0, G54 to 59 codes are used, or any code you can use for determining the datum point or the zero shift of that. Okay, so I will first write down G28. G28 means the home position of the machine, home position. So whatever the OEM has set the machine's home position, it will use this coordinates. Suppose the home position of machine is MCS, it is 100 mm above that MCS point in X direction, 100 mm uh, Y direction, and 500 mm in Z direction. In that way, the tool will reset to its home position. So G28 is used for home position. The next one, G54 to 59. Okay, so this is used for datum. This is used for point, datum point, or workpiece 0, workpiece 0, or workpiece 0. So it means that uh, if similar kind of workpiece you are going to machine, if similar of programming is there, or same machining will be there. Suppose job production is there, or batch production of a certain workpiece is there, okay, or product is there. Then for that, suppose this is the 00 I have said for by using this G54. Okay, then after 6 months or over a year or any time when this workpiece will come, it will use this if you use this G54, it will directly use the reference point of that. So it is basically it is used to save the datum point. So you can save the datum points up to 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6 saving workpiece 0 will be available in the programming. So six types of different products you can save that workpiece 0. So what are these workpiece 0? I have explained before. That is X and Y and Z are 0 at that particular point of that workpiece. Okay. So you can save from G54 to G59. Suppose one product is of Siemens, one product is of suppose any company is there, and same product is arrived for machining in your in workshop after 6 months. Again, you can use this code, so it will take. So you can edit also at any time. So depending upon the number of products, and you can use this code. Suppose there is no repetition of workpieces are there, then you can edit this also. Okay. Then remaining codes. Okay. So in okay, so these are the G codes most used. So this Z04, 54, 59 is the most compulsory used, but this G4 and G5 are rarely used. Okay, then after this G codes, we will see what are the M codes, and we will stop over here. Okay, so we will see first the M codes, and from the next lecture we'll take on simple examples of milling operation, and we'll complete that at that. So first we see what is this M codes are, miscellaneous codes, and what purpose these are used. So M00 is used to stop your program. Okay, so in M02 is also used for programming, and again M30 is also used for program stop and rewind. So mostly M02 or 30 is used if the program, if batch production is not there, or any job production is not there, continuous different products are there your machine, then you can use this M02. Okay, so that at that time the program will be in. Or if number of same products are there, then you can use this M30. So that suppose thousands of lines of programming is there. After completion, again you have to move your cursor up back to the first line. So again, instead of that, you can use this M30 move to the first programming line. Okay, so if same kind of operations or same kind of machining is there or job is there. Okay, then M03 is used for spindle start in forward direction, that is in clockwise direction, and M04 is so in the anti-clockwise or counterclockwise direction. Then M05 is you have to when you want to stop your spindle, then you can use M05. M06 is automatic tool change, that is code. Then suppose you're using a tool of number 5. You are using the tool of number 5, and you have to call another tool. No? This is a drilling tool, suppose, and this and tool number 9 is a milling tool. End milling cutter is there, and after completion of this, you can use this M06. You can use this M06 and T09. So positioning of this 5 number tool will be retracted and fitted over the 5 number position of your means tool holder and then again the automatic tool changer will rotate and come to its 9 position, and again it collect that tool and fit it over the spindle, and then the machining of the next will be done. Okay, so for that purpose, M06 for changing the tool is used. Then next, coolant on. If machining is there and feed, you require more coolant. Mostly coolant is on. When there is no machining, you can off your fabric. You can off your coolant by M09. So there are M07, 8 is also there. That M07 is for coolant on with some rate of flow. Then M08 at the fast flow. So in that way, you can use that M07 and 8. Okay, M09 is to coolant off only. Then to open your means if vice is there, a VMC machine vice is there, and for chuck open means turning center is there or HMC is there. And then this M10 code is used, and again the vice versa of this, that is for close the chuck is used M11. I have explained this M30. Then in some of this to open the door of your machine, this M38. In some machines these ports are available. In some machines if they have a provision, then this port will work. Okay, and then last one is a M98 is for sub programming call. So I will explain this at the time of sub main program and sub programming when this M98 is used. And M98 has to sub program. When you want to exit that sub program, it will exit from it. Okay, So these codes of G codes and N codes are we are going to use in the next from the next lecture with some example over it. So I will stop with today's session. Any question regarding today's session, you can ask me, or anytime you can ask. Uh, okay, and some students have issues of installing the software of NX. Then I have provided both the software, that is the student version as well as the NX6 software. So if the student version is not working properly, then you can use NX6. That is much better because for assembly purpose or for the CAM purpose, we required to save our components, and that student version doesn't allow us to save any file. Most probably you have to use the NX6. So I think from next practical onwards, I will start using the NX6 only because it has all the access to the software. So some students have some issues regarding the installation. I will explain in short and we will end this session. So just mention, suppose you have downloaded that NX6 software. Okay. So downloaded that. You can see after downloading, you will see this documents magnitude NX6. Okay. So there should be this magnitude RAR files archive file is there. So you have to first extract this file, or if not there, this extracted file is readily available. So first of all, you have to just right click over this and run as administrator. Okay, so in this you have to use these two, that is install NX for the product license installation and install license server for the license installation. First you have to install this NX and just use OK, next. You have to end this by finishing this. Okay, install NX. Then after this again come back to this install license server and select OK, and then I have previously installed it. So uh, you have to provide this file in magnitude NX6 license file. You have to provide over to browse that. After completion of that licensing, you have to go into this magnitude folder. In that magnitude folder, again UGS folder is there, NX6 folder is there, and four folders are there: C, national, and NX4. So you have to select all these folders and you have to copy all these folders. Okay, you have to select all the folders, you have to copy it, and you have to go back to this Windows C in program file x86. In that UGS folder is there, Unigraphics. UGS folder, in that NX6 you have to paste it. So you have to first install your product, then install the license by providing that license file NX6 file, that is in magnitude, and same in that magnitude there are four folders in NX6 folder. You have to paste over here UGS folder in C drive, that is program file x86. Then you'll run easy. Okay, so you have to just download that first and then install the software, so that for practical work with me simultaneously. So any questions regarding today's session? Otherwise we will stop. First of all, I download your attendance. Okay, any questions? Okay, I think there is no question.